Hey everyone, in this video we are going to look about the static members and constructors in Java. Most people think static members as global members that they can be accessed by anything. No, it's not like that. Let's create a new class. So it's going to be pretty much the same example. So every student going to have their own name, their roll number, and I'm going to add another thing called total number of students. So total students. Okay, this is going to give the strength of that class. If 10 members are present in the class, it's going to be 10. Let's create some students over there. How we create objects? Stu s1 is equal to new stu. So I name it as s1 dot name is equal to some a. s1 dot roll number is equal to some 1. And s1 dot total student is equal to 1. Because only one student is being present over here, but I don't want to do this every single time. I will be keep on setting s1 dot total student is equal to 1. If I create another variable s2, then another object s2, then I need to reassign to 2. We don't need to do that. First, instead of assigning this in step by step, we could use something called constructors. First, let's learn what is constructors. Instead of giving it over here, I could give here itself. The name of that student is A and its roll number is 1. How do I do this? To create a constructor, we need to show what's the type. It's public type. The constructor should be of the same name as that of the class. So stu. Okay, this is clear. What are the things I'm going to generally this is the default constructor. Even if you have not declared this, this is how it looks like. Internally it's like this. You haven't given anything. I want to take two arguments. One is string name, another one is int roll number. When I take two things, I need to assign, right? S1 dot name is equal to this A. For that, I'm going to use this keyword. This dot name is equal to name. You might be asking, why? What is this? This is actually going to be replaced as S1 dot name is equal to name, and this dot roll number is equal to roll number. If I rename this to something like n, then I don't need to use this as well. I just simply could do this as name is equal to n. But the convention is we just give this the same name and add this keyword. Okay. Now if I try to print out s1 dot name, I need to print the name of the first student. A is being printed because this dot name means s1 dot name gets assigned to this name. What is this name? That is A. So this is how we use constructors. Constructors are the very first things that are going to run when your execution starts, when you create an object. This statement is called object instantiation. Object instantiation. Okay. Now it's clear, we create objects like this. But what about the total student? I don't need to worry. Every time the new object is created, my total student should increase. For that, I'm going to use static numbers. What is static? Static means when you create a class, when you instantiate the objects, the memory for them will be allocated, right? So every object have their own template and they will be accessing them. But when it is static, only single memory block is allocated. Every first object created, the static member will be created. Every object can access those static members. But the twist is static member can access them, but it is common to all the objects. So let me assign it to 0. And every time the object is being created, I would say total student plus plus. Okay, now let's try to print the total student count. I need to do right. How we print those numbers? We'll be using the object name. But when something is static, we don't want to use object name. We can handle it with the class name itself. The class name is student dot total student. Let's try running this. 1, because only one object is created. Let's create another object. Student s2 is equal to new student b comma 2. Now if I try to print this total student count, it would be 2 because 2 objects have been created, so the total student population will be increased. This is how, because whenever we need certain things that are common to all the things, we need to keep it as static, because the total students count doesn't going to be vary. For me, it's 100. For me, it's 60. For other person, it's 80. No, it's not like that. Everyone in the class should have the same total number of students in that class. So we will be naming it as static. That's why my main function should always be static. I told that we'll be seeing this in object oriented programming. In object oriented programming, why we name it as static? Because this is the first thing that's going to be get executed by the program. Then without creating an object, how can we access it? So internally it's accessing this like static members dot main. This is how internally it works. So if our main function should start with static, because we are not going to create object for that, the internal running would be accessed only by using its class. Hope you understood what is static members and what is the use of constructors. Constructors are the very first thing that are going to be run when you create an object. So every time when you create an object, this is the part that's going to be run first. After that, any other statements after this would be executed. Hope it is clear. Thank you for watching.